So guys, once again, hopefully I'm in focus, and if you guys don't know where I'm at, definitely check out the update video I did a little while ago. But today I want to talk about my one tool option. I know this kind of thought and theory, rightfully so in my opinion, has kind of fallen by the wayside, but back when I was especially starting as a bushcrafter, I always kind of wondered what would be my one tool option if I did really want one. And actually I kind of wanted to test, and still do test, one tool option more as a practice of refining skills and honing them than as a viable survival option. And overall, I want to talk a little bit today about what I would consider as my one tool option, or if I had to pick one tool to go out into the woods to do most of the living tasks, what I would use. And that is the tomahawk. And the reason why I came to the tomahawk, and sorry if you guys can't see it too well, I know I'm wearing mittens. It's very cold out today, so I have to wear mittens, but it is the tomahawk. And I'll get more into this particular tomahawk. I do have a review already on this one. I'll have it in the link below. But this is the Rifleman's Hawk by Cold Steel. Anyways, the reason why I chose the tomahawk was firstly because of its historical use. I mean, when Native Americans did actually use the tomahawk itself as a one tool option, and that was the first thing when I started to do research on what I would choose for my one tool option. The first thing I dug into was historically, what have other people's one tool option been? And the reason why I wanted to base it off of historical people is that they didn't have as easy a life as us. They couldn't just return back to civilization whenever they felt like it. They actually had to live out in the woods with whatever one tool option they brought. And if that one tool option failed them, they were pretty much dead. So that's what really led me to the first part of getting a tomahawk. The second few pieces are the fact that kind of seeing why the native peoples chose the tomahawk was because of its versatility. You can, as I'm showing here, I don't have it on its handle. You can easily make handles out here. You can bring your own handles. You can easily pop them off the handles you've made. They just allow a lot of versatility in that regard. They allow you a lot of versatility in that fact, and they allow you to actually pop the head off of the handle and continue to use the tool as a knife or even as a splitter. Something I've really noted and like to do with my tomahawk is, especially when I want to split a piece of wood in a long way fashion, like across it instead of just in half, what I can actually do is take the tomahawk off its head, and then using some kind of mallet or using some kind of baton, I can actually baton this and split wood crosswise. This isn't something that you always need to do, but can be extremely handy, especially if this is legitimately your only tool. It can help you fabricate things like a in-the-field bow, where you can split a larger piece of wood in halfwise and then actually make the bow entirely with the tomahawk. This giving you a new tool to hunt with. Something that I think was really awesome, and something that Native Americans did actually practice. These have been some of the reasons why, sorry, this is not wanting to get on. Anyways, those are some of the reasons why I chose the tomahawk as my one tool option. Those are primarily it. I really have been impressed with the tomahawk and all it can do. If you are a skilled woodsman and know how to utilize it, I would definitely highly encourage you to look into how to use them, or how the Native Americans use them, before, just saying this is my one tool option, because they actually use them in a lot of very innovative ways. And a lot of those ways that they use them is also how I use them. And I feel that this setup, or this tomahawk, is actually a lot better than just having a knife, or just having an axe, or just having a saw, just one of those tools, because none of those tools are as versatile as this. Even the large pack knife, or a large machete-like knife or chopping knife. I saw a lot of people, especially even Dave Canterbury, going for those kinds of knives. And, if that's the personal style you like, I'm not necessarily say that that's a bad style, but personally in my mind, I never saw any native aboriginals that were highly successful ever using such a large knife for daily operations. I mean, maybe down more toward the equator, where you're doing more tasks like splitting open coconuts and stuff like that. There are more prevalences with larger knives, but at least up here in Alaska, Having a larger knife, I've even tested machetes out here in the woods, and they do not do very well. They just really can't handle the thicker wood like the tomahawk can, and overall I just find them to not be as good. So anyways, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and tell me what you guys think of tomahawks, and what is your one tool option if you chose one. I do kind of like the idea of one tool option as a fact of testing, maybe even challenging yourself to go out and live with that one tool. But overall, it would not be something I'd highly encourage. And you guys see, when I'm actually running multiple tools, I rarely ever run the tomahawk because the axe is so much better. If you're running a knife, a gun, a saw, and an axe, you know, you'll be far more prepared. But overall, the tomahawk definitely has a lot of pluses and historical accolades of actually being a real-life one-tool option. Anyways, guys, I'm out.